podcast. I am Sorrel Hart. I'm here with Elephant.
Stop.
Today we are talking about Long Shadows, the fifth book in Power of Three.
I remember Long Shadows being something dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Like, this is a big book here.
A big book.
I remember this because when you were reading it, I was like, can't wait till she gets to Long Shadows. Because there was like a big thing that happens in Long Shadows. Am I wrong?
You are completely right.
Okay.
And I remember you were like, ooh, it's getting juicy.
Yeah.
Because I was on like chapter 22, let's say. I don't know. And I was getting very, very close.
And I was like, are you there yet? What's happening in the book so far?
And then I was like, oh my gosh.
British again.
Yes.
That's her. Oh my gosh.
If you remember. Yeah. From like series 1. Whenever I said
Whenever Grey
Grey
Stripe
Stripe
was British.
Yeah, whenever Grey Stripe caught Dark Stripe beating Sorrel Kit's Deathberries.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Whichever book that was in.
That doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
It doesn't. It doesn't really. But
anyway.
It was in series 1.
Long Shadows.
Yes. It is revealed in the prologue that Midnight. Oh, I read this prologue. Midnight. The stargazing badger was the one that told Soul of the eclipse. Oh my gosh! I did not read this one then.
Oh man. It's okay, so it's revealed in the prologue that Midnight.
Yeah, I think I did read this one. But
so she's a stargazer.
I just forgot about it.
And she knows about that kind of stuff. So that explains so much. I was so confused about how Soul just knew all of these things.
As you will see in our previous episode.
Yeah, if you watched the last episode, you'll see us go, I wonder how Soul knows all of these things. And now we're like, see. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Midnight that knows all these things and not Soul. Soul's just the messenger. Midnight. But he still knows about all the three. So someone told him about the power of the three.
Yes, it was Midnight.
Midnight told him about that too?
I think so. Of the eclipse.
How does Midnight know all of these things?
And she's a stargazing badger.
Well, the stargazing, yeah, but that doesn't explain how she knew about the three. If she's the one that told him about that.
Well, she looks at the stars and she can tell about their prophecies and everything that they have to say, apparently.
Okay. Well, I'll take it, I guess.
And told him about clan ways. The founders of the clans, Thunder, River, Shadow, and Wind, are angry with Midnight for revealing the secrets of clan life to a loner. Afterwards, when the founders disappear into the mist, Rock appears out from behind some bushes and agrees with Midnight that the clans are currently in trouble. Black Star lets Soul take care of Shadow Clan, having given up on their warrior ancestors.
Wait, Black Star just like steps down for him? He's like, you are all knowing and I can't handle it anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what he did?
Did that happen? Oh, I did say in the last episode that Soul was like the new leader, pretty much.
I mean, I remember him definitely being a big part of it, but I don't remember him taking over.
I don't know. I think Black Star was a little reluctant because it was like,
I think he was just so defeated, I guess. That he was like, poor Black Star.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. I still don't know what happened if he's like actually a murderer because Tiger Star told him to be. I'd like to know the answer to that.
Well, he was Blackfoot and he was the deputy of Broken Star, so.
I know, but remember when we were doing the villains episode and you were talking about it was in the middle of our reading the backstory of Scourge, and then I was like, oh, by the way, I have a question about Black Star. Because we didn't put him in the list of villains.
We still don't know if.
But he was like, I read something that said.
Or assisted.
I read something that said Tiger Star told him and someone else to murder someone. And they did do it. And I don't know if it was like I just want to know more details. And I don't want to go through looking it up. I just want someone to tell me. So maybe you could look it up and then get back to me.
No. I'm going to find out with you.
Okay. Maybe I'll look it up then.
Okay.
I just don't know a lot of what went on at that time, so. But I'll figure it out, I guess.
Black Star lets Soul take control of ShadowClan, having given up on their warrior ancestors. Hollyleaf, Lionblaze, and J-Paw go to spy on ShadowClan, hiding in a tree and watching Little Cloud object to turning away from StarClan and being banned from visiting the moon pool.
Why is he banned?
Because they turned away from StarClan.
But he didn't want to.
I know.
So that's not fair.
I think he went there anyway.
Oh.
They go back to Camp Troubled. Tawny Pelt and her kids, Flamepaw, Tigerpaw, and Dawnpaw, come to ThunderClan, asking to stay there. They didn't want to be in ShadowClan if it meant they couldn't believe in StarClan. Greencuff breaks out, and Millie and Briarkit, one of her kids, are the first victims, but it continues to spread to many more ThunderClan cats. Greystripe and the healthy kits, whom Daisy is feeding, are worried about Millie. While visiting the moon pool, Ragged Star and Running Nose visit J-Paw in a dream and beg him to help ShadowClan in any way. He comes up with the idea to create a fake sign
Why
from
are they
StarClan.
going to J-Paw and not Leafpool? That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless they're just doing it because he's part of the three, but like, still.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, Ragged Star and Running Nose are the ones that appear in the fake sign. So.
Yeah. But it's just.
You probably know this, but I'm going to fill you in if you don't. Ragged Star is the leader before Broken Star, who is also his father, and Yellowfang's mate, whom Broken Star killed. And Running Nose is the medicine cat before Little Cloud, and the medicine cat after Yellowfang.
Yeah, I knew that.
For ShadowClan. So they visit J-Paw in a dream and beg him to help ShadowClan in any way. He comes up with the idea to create a fake sign from StarClan. He talks to Lionblaze, Hollyleaf, and Tiny Pelt's kids, and they all agree to pitch in and create a fake sign. What? Help create a fake. I'm gonna say it's a fake sign from StarClan to get ShadowClan to get rid of Soul. Tigerpaw lures Little Cloud and Black Star to the brink of ShadowClan territory, while the others knock down 3 pine trees. Tigerpaw pretends to have been captured by a StarClan cat and would not be let out until ShadowClan started believing in their warrior ancestors again. And every cat there is surprised, even the perpetrators of the sign, when Ragged Star and Running Nose come down, telling Black Star and Little Cloud that Tigerpaw is safe, but they must restore faith to StarClan. They agree and drive Soul out of the clan. Tawny Pelt, Tigerpaw, Flamepaw, and Dawnpaw return to ShadowClan. Hollyleaf still has a feeling that they have yet to see the last of Soul. Which they would be right. Greencuff continues to terrorize ThunderClan. Firestar comes up with the idea to temporarily.
I have a question.
Yeah.
There's Greencuff and Whitecuff. Greencuff is the one that's not as bad, right?
No, Greencuff is worse.
Oh, okay.
Because Whitecuff is like the first stage of it, I think. Yes, Whitecuff. And then everyone's so worried because they're afraid that Whitecuff might turn into Greencuff.
Okay, I got you. I knew there was 2. There was like one was worse, but I didn't know which one was which.
And later on, I think Yellow Cough exists, and then Black Cough is the worst that they have.
That's
which
just
was
death.
Yeah, Black Cough, which I think Little Cloud and like the rest of ShadowClan had, and that's what killed not Broken Star maybe. That's what killed him.
Okay, go on.
It was Night Star. They both died.
So it's a bad illness then.
Yes.
Okay.
It was in the first series, and so you can find it there. That's Black Cough. That's the worst.
No, I'm just meaning Green Cough. I was just talking about.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out which one.
Black Cough, Yellow Cough.
I don't care about the other coughs.
And then the Green Cough.
Just green. I just want to know about green.
Okay. Fine then. I'm not sure if that was right. Greencuff continues to terrorize ThunderClan. Firestar comes up with the idea to temporarily shelter the sick cats in the abandoned 2-leg nest, but soon loses a life, causing everyone to panic. The clan is dangerously short of catmint, but J-Paw knows there is a fresh supply in WindClan territory. He wanders in his dreams through the underground tunnels and finds Fallen Leaves. He ventures back to the time of Fallen Leaves' tribe as a young Sharpclaw called Jay's Wing, when he mentions the clan and the herb Horsetail. They think of him as crazy, but he soon fits in and realizes that these cats are the ancestors of the tribe of Rushing Water. So when they are debating if they should leave for the mountains as a new home, he votes for them to go. Right after they leave, J-Paw is considering if he should continue with them as Jay's wing, but Rock tells him that he has done everything he can. J-Paw asks if the real Jay's wing will be back now, but Rock says he disappeared at this time.
Right. Um, so Rock is like fully aware that he's traveling through time.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I thought he was just like on his own the whole time, trying to figure things
Nope,
out.
Rock is like his guide, dude.
Okay.
Because whenever he falls asleep with the stick in his paws.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I remember that now. Okay.
Okay. J-Paw's disappointed to leave Half Moon, a pretty she-cat who falls in love with him. But when he returns to the clans, he walks into Kestrel Paw's dreams and asks him where Catmint can be found. Let me just say, before this, like a whole day before this, like in this time, like in between those times, there's like a lot of time. All right, and then one day before he travels to Kestrel Paw and Winclan into Kestrel Paw's dreams, um, I think it's Bright Spirit. Yeah, that's her name. Bright Spirit and her two parents come, and Blue Star is like, all hail Bright Spirit. or not really, but they're like, you are respected here. Welcome to StarClan. I don't think she's from StarClan, but she just traveled there, and she's a cat.
From another.
I don't know. She's like she's from StarClan, but she traveled from far away to get to this part of StarClan.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
And Blue Star was like, welcome. And so Bright Spirit delivered a prophecy that was like, seek for the wind holds what you seek.
Boy, I wonder what that could mean.
I know, I figured it out instantly. And J-Paw, it took
They
him
really
a
made
day.
him look stupid in this moment.
They did.
It said win twice, and where do you think they're talking about? J-Paw, come on now.
Yeah. And so he was like, what does that mean?
Wonder what this could mean.
Yeah.
Could it be Shadow Clan?
Oh. He didn't say Shadow Clan. He was like talking about the whoosh, the actual wind.
Yeah. I'm just saying. It was just. Anyway.
It was stupid. When he returns to the clans, he walks into Kestrelpaw's dreams and asks him, which is the next day, where Catmint can be found. Kestrelpaw, not knowing that is the real J-Paw and not just a dream, eagerly shows him a supply of Catmint in WindClan territory. J-Paw then asks asks Lionblaze to go fetch the Catmint. Lionblaze refuses because of his nightmares of him killing Heatherpaw, but as the green cough gets worse, he finally goes. He meets Heatherpaw, the exact same thing that he wished would not happen, who saw him stealing. She says she is now Heathertail. Lionblaze is worried that his murderous dreams will come true and he'll kill her against his control.
I remember that moment of her.
I do too.
She was so snotty.
Yeah,
I was
I know.
I hate her now. Like,
Me
I didn't
too.
used to hate her, but when she was like.
I thought she was okay, and then she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like the snottiest little cat that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, cause when I.
Stupid 1-star rubbing his stuff all over.
I know. Whenever I saw that he saw her, I was like, uh-oh, some drama's about to happen, you know? Like, maybe they'll talk about things, you know? But she was just a snot the whole time, which made it very easy for him to, like, just move on with his life, I guess. She was just not nice. I mean, whatever.
When Lionblaze brings the Catmint, everyone is healed and returns to the camp. J-Paw and Leafpool go to the moon pool, and he receives the name of J-Feather and the rank of a full medicine cat. Afterward, life is almost back to normal. Almost. Then, during a storm, the camp catches on fire. Ah!
It is.
I think this was when you were like, oh my gosh, it's coming up. I know it.
Yeah.
Because I told you the camp is on fire, and I was like, oh no.
I was like, oh snap, you're about to see some stuff. It's going to be great. You let me know at the end of it what you think.
Jayfeather, Lionblaze, Hollyleaf, and Squirrelflight are trapped, but Squirrelflight makes it through the flames and drags a stick through in an attempt to save the kits, but needs some assistance. Ashfur heroically leaps in and drags it all the way through. Just as Lionblaze leaps on though, Ashfur blocks the way. Squirrelflight begs him to let them through, but he tells her that he never forgave her after she left him for Brambleclaw and reveals he was the one who helped Hawkfrost set the trap for Firestar to show her the pain of losing a loved one as he had faced. He said that he will now kill Hollyleaf, Lionblaze, and Jayfeather in another attempt to hurt her. Squirrelflight says that he cannot hurt her that way because they are not her kids. She explains how she kept the secret from Brambleclaw and the whole of ThunderClan. Ashfur lets them live, but he threatens to tell her secret, and she is shocked that Ashfur would betray her like this. Hollyleaf and Lionblaze refuse to speak to her, even when she says that she couldn't have loved kids of her own more. Yet she refrains from telling them who their parents are, and they begin to doubt whether they really are the three the prophecy speaks of. The fire fades away, and all of the cats get the camp set up. 3 days before the gathering, Ashfur asks Firestar if he can go. Hollyleaf, Lionblaze, Jayfeather, and Squirrelflight are worried that he is doing it to publicly announce Squirrelflight's secret. But between then and the day of the gathering, the three warn Ashfur that he will regret it if he reveals the secret. Although he is frightened, he refuses to listen to them. Right before the gathering, the patrol of warriors going notices that both Ashfur and Squirrelflight are missing. Squirrelflight later shows up, wet and muddy, and explains that she was looking for herbs for Leafpool by the border neighboring ShadowClan and fell into the stream. They leave without Ashfur. On the way to the gathering, they see Ashfur's body lying in the WindClan stream as if he had drowned. They take him back to camp and set him for vigil. While inspecting Ashfur's body, Leafpool notices a slit in his neck, suggesting he was murdered. After the gathering, Firestar announces that Ashfur's death was unknown and against the other cats who think it was WindClan. Suspects a cat from ThunderClan may have been the murderer, and Hollyleaf, Jayfeather, and Lionblaze see Squirrelflight looking scared and holding her breath. The three vow to keep the recent events involving them, Squirrelflight, and Ashfur a secret, although Hollyleaf does break this. Eventually. Um, Interesting facts. In the Law and Order SVU episode,
Oh, of course.
Surrendering Noah, long shadows can be seen on Olivia Benson's bookshelf near the end of the episode at the 3907 mark. Mistakes. Yeah. In the Allegiances, Blossom Kit is mistakenly described as a pale brown she-cat with a darker stripe running along her spine. Sol is mistakenly listed as a brown and white tabby Tom. Once again, Heavy Step appears in the Allegiances, although he died in Sunset.
I think that his death was a mistake, and all the other ones are right, because there's no way that mistakes happen that many times.
Maybe they just decided it long after they published this. Hazeltail is mentioned as a Tom. What?
That seems like a weird mistake to make. Hazeltail just sounds like
not.
Yeah.
J-Paw states that he has never seen Running Nose despite having seen him in Eclipse.
Huh.
Dawnpaw calls Lionblaze by his warrior name, but there is no way she would have known what his warrior name was, since she called Hollyleaf by her apprentice name earlier that chapter before Hollyleaf corrected her. StarClan is mistakenly called ShadowClan. What? Dawnpaw falsely states that she has a brother and a sister when she actually has two brothers. Heatherpaw is mistakenly mentioned with Greyfur. WindClan territory is mistakenly called ThunderClan territory. That's a pretty big mistake. Yeah. Stone Song is mistakenly called Stone Shadow.
How does that happen?
I think I just skipped over that. But I think I know why, because there's another cat that has the last part of their name as Shadow. Like Broken Shadow or something. Soul is mistakenly mentioned with Amber Eyes. I thought he did have amber eyes. If you look on the cover of Long Shadows, I'm pretty sure that's Soul's face that you find there, or at least in the older print of the book. It has Soul's face on there. I think I have a hardcover from whenever Alpha read them before me, for some reason. Bracken Fur is mentioned as having ginger fur. What? I thought he did have ginger fur all this time. I've been thinking that he had ginger fur. Ooh, oh
I
my
feel like
gosh.
I remember him as being brown, but I don't know.
I thought he was like
It's not that big of a
gingerish brown.
difference.
But it's not that big of a difference, yeah. Broken Shadow. Oh, I was right. It was mistakenly called Broken Shadows. Yeah. Okay. So that is all for this episode.
Yep.
Mhm. Go check out our Twitter and our Discord and the Warrior Cats podcast community Discord. And in the description, there is the link to Boofer who made the intro music for us. That is pretty awesome. Thank you. Um, and well, they just made like uh, a video and some fan art, and that was great. Thank you. But we compiled it into our new intro. So yeah. Um, and now that the episode is over, do you have any words?
No.
Okay. The Warriors beneath the moon are calling, and it's time for us to go.
Bye.